Hello and welcome to the Sky Spirit Show. I hope you are well today. I've said show again, I mean stream. I'm getting all show business here. How are you doing? Hope that you're well today. Hello, Samantha. How are you? If you're watching live, hello. Where are you? And where are you from? Where in the world are you watching from? If you're watching this as a recording, please do comment in the comments. Does that make sense? Please do comment, please do write, please do type in the comments and let me know where you're watching from. If you are watching live, then this is the stream where you can get some answers to your questions. So if there's a question that you'd like to put to the universe using the tarot as a conduit for answers, then start thinking about what you'd like some guidance on from the universe, because that's how I believe it works. The universe uses the cards to get a message to you. Samantha, you're in Australia. Wow, that's amazing. I think that'll be the furthest away. I think it has to be, doesn't it? Is there anywhere further away? My geography is absolutely shocking, I have to say. So if you're watching this as a recording, yes, it doesn't matter that you're not watching live. That's what I'm trying to say. My words are not coming out fluidly this morning. It's basically, I always think that if you're meant to see a stream, then you will. It's like you get a nudge there, if you see what I mean. So it is relevant. So still use this stream to get answers to your questions. And here we go. So we're going to start with a collective reading, and then I'll move on to the pick a card reading, which enables you to ask those questions. But the collective reading is more about sort of a reading that could be directed specifically at you with pinpoint precision. Might be a way for your guide to get a message to you this morning, or whenever you're listening to this. Or it could just be general advice, but listen in regardless. When I've finished the pick a card reading section, if you're watching this live, there will be a chance for subscribers to ask questions live. If you're watching this and you're not subscribed, why are you not subscribed? Please subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost you anything, and it makes me happy in the morning. I wake up and I think, yeah, one more subscriber overnight. Awesome. Right, so collective reading. Let us go for it. So I'm putting down 3 cards. When I do the pick a card, you'll see me put the cards down, but for this, I just put them down in front of me. So what do we have here? We've got an Emperor, a 4 of Cups, and a Queen of Pentacles reversed. So what we're seeing here, well, I think we've got to take note of these 2 reversals. Because the Emperor is somebody that's in charge of stuff, yeah? Queen of Pentacles usually in charge of stuff, but both of these cards being reversed, and it feels like there's been an upset with power. There's an imbalance or an upset to do with a power struggle or something which is not working out on a power level. The sort of power's not being shared equally between 2 people, and it's upsetting the apple cart, if you see what I mean. Now, it sort of comes across as being financial, or it comes across as being to do with work or how things run. But it feels like this is going to have to be sorted out. Now, this 4 of Cups card, if you look at the background of that, you've got a cup coming out of the cloud of confusion. Now, that is your answer to this power issue. I also feel with these 2 characters here, because they're both such strong characters and both sort of, in positions of leadership, then I feel that what did I feel? I've had 3 double espressos. How come I've just lost the train of my thought there? Must be my age, I think. Oh, okay. So because there's this sort of imbalance of power going on, I think it might have unseated both of them. So it's as if, when people are just in the wrong role, they're not functioning 100% because they are, oh, I've just realized my camera's a little bit wonky. Because they're not at full capacity. There's something stopping them. Some imbalance is stopping them from working at full capacity, and it's sort of unsettling them. The answer, I digress, the answer is in that chalice, let's say, that's being pushed through the clouds. Now, when I think chalice, I think challenge. And this is an answer, but you see the woman with her back against the tree isn't looking at the answer. She's looking in front of her at the obvious things. So there's something that needs addressed to do with the balance of power and how things are working out around you. If this reading is for you, the answer is something which you're overlooking. You're looking at things that are already around you, like traditional solutions, whereas I think this answer could perhaps be something sort of less well known, if you see what I mean. Good morning if you're watching me on TikTok live. How are you doing? There's 3 of you there. Woo! So I still can't work out why TikTok suddenly went from hundreds of viewers to like 2. So, oh, KLG, thank you so much for the gift memberships. That is so kind of you. It really is. You are such an earth angel. Right, so look for the solution to address this imbalance of power, because it's draining both of these characters. That could be you and somebody else. It could be 2 partners in a marriage. It could be 2 people at work. But it feels like it's a drain on both resources and power. And the solution is behind you. It's behind you. Right. Let's move on to the pick a card style part of the stream. Now, this is where you can think of your question, dilemma, situation you'd like guidance on, something like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put down 12 sets of 2 cards, and then we shall go through them, each of them in a random order, and if you choose a number or 2 numbers or 3 numbers or all of the numbers if you want, then hopefully that will enable the universe to get some guidance to you through the conduit of the cards. So I'm hoping that that will work for you. So think of your question. It could be something really massively important, or it might just be something that's just bugging you today. Or thank you, KLG. Or I can see your dabber, like in a way there on TikTok. If you're not tapping, you ain't clapping. Oh no, if you're not tapping, you're napping. Tapping is clapping. That's it. That's it. Right. What was I saying? Oh, how have I lost train of my thought? I was so tired when I woke up, and I literally have necked 3 double espressos and still can't get my words out properly. What's going on? Right. Focus on your question or the issue. Could be a massive question, could be a very irrelevant thing, or something that feels quite irrelevant but is bugging you. Or another way to do it is to just open your mind and ask the universe for guidance, and then choose a number and see what comes. Yeah, if you're watching on TikTok and you've got a question you'd like to ask me live, or if you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on TikTok, it's quite possibly a good idea to come across to YouTube to ask the live question, because it's easier for me to see them. The YouTube channel, you'll find me at Sky Spirit Creations, all one word, and that will take you directly to the channel, and it's easier for you because I can then see the chat on the screen, so I can see your question more easily. If not though, if you just wait until the end, and I'll try to locate some questions. Right, let's go. Going to put this screen on. Dun, da, da. Oh look, you can see the corner of a book. That's what my laptop stands on, because I have a limited budget for technology, to put it mildly. Right, okay, let's get those 12 cards down. So we're going to go along the bottom first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I fitted them all on today. That's a good start. 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. We go round again. So you're going to get, each set is a set of 2 cards, obviously, which I will use to provide a mini reading. So what's your question? What's your situation? What do you need guidance on? Let's ask the cards to help you. Think of that question. Choose a number between 1 and 12, or more than 1 number, whatever you want. Numbers are free, and so is subscribing. Right, number 1. What do we have here? 5 of Cups reversed, Queen of Wands reversed. Okay, what do these cards mean? Something that you've lost is coming back to you on an emotional level. This is a good card, right? This is a good card if you've been through a breakup and you miss somebody and you want them back. This is a good card if you have lost part of yourself, you've become depressed and you really want to feel like yourself again. This is a good card if something that you really like doing has stopped happening. This is anything that makes you happy, anything that brings joy to you that has gone. This is a great card to see because it's coming back. Yeah, I love this card. It's like all those things that mean so much to you are about to return. It's got a castle on, it's got a river, it's emotional, it's got a bridge from earth to across water to new earth. So it's like you're bridging the gap between that joyful place and now. And we think about this, the time in between as being an unhappy place. It's like crossing over the bridge from joy to joy. So your joy returns when you've got this card in the reverse aspect, we shall call it. So this is a good one. Now, the Queen of Wands, she was reversed. And what the Queen of Wands reverse tells me is that this loss on an emotional level has sort of drained you and it's taken you from being who you used to be to feeling different. Hello, baby girl, how are you doing? And it could be time for you to right yourself. Get back on your throne, put your crown back on, because this is coming back to you. Your emotional joy returns. So it's time to be the Queen of Wands again, a queen who has a lot of energy, who is able to take control, who has a black cat. Now, what that black cat is symbolic of on the tarot is her intuition, her inner self. Think of it as a witch's cat, yeah? She is the Queen of Wands is deeply intuitive. She has got powers and gifts on a psychic level. So is it time to reawaken those gifts inside you? Is it time to acknowledge the fact that they exist? Is it time to tune into your inner self and channel what is about to happen? Because your emotional happiness is about to improve. So get ready for it and put that crown back on, number one. Let us go to number 12. What do we have, number 12? Oh, gosh, I like these cards. Magician and the Three of Cups, both upright. Hurrah. Right, what do these cards mean? Time to manifest some joy in your life. Magician, let's have a look at him. He's awesome. He's got one hand up to the sky and he's got one hand down to the ground. As above, so below. What he does, what that means is he takes his dreams and he makes them real. He is like the master of the universe. He can control all the other suits, the wands, the pentacles, the cups, the swords. He's got them all on this table in front of him because he's the master manipulator, but in a good way when he's this way up. He takes the things that could be, he takes the things that he wants or that he wants to happen around him, and bang, he makes it so. Just like Captain Picard says to Riker on the Starship Enterprise, make it so. He was being the magician when he said that every single time, because that's what the magician does. He takes everything and he makes it so. He makes it what you want. So this is a card that says, take those dreams, take what you want, and then make it happen. Don't sit round waiting, right? What do we have for a sit round waiting card? Would be more like the Four of Swords, all right? This is like, get off your ass and make it happen. Do it yourself. Take charge. Pick up everything and go where you want. Pick up your house and walk. Move. You know, get off the settee. Basically make it happen. Now, what is it that we want to happen? Now, this is the Three of Cups. Thank you, KLG, for sharing that. If you're watching this as a recording, don't think that I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to the live chat. I just realized that might sound a bit weird. Right, so what we're manifesting here is a Three of Cups energy. Three of Cups energy is unbridled joy and being in love with life, you know, absolutely getting into that vibe where you're just on a high frequency and everything feels like it's clicking into place and everything feels like a celebration. You know, have you ever woken up in the morning and been like, yay, the day has begun. I just can't wait to leap out of bed and experience this wonderful day. That is the Three of Cups energy. So what we're manifesting here is joy, bringing the joy back to your life. Funnily enough, it's a bit similar to that number one card, that what is joyful returns to you, what makes you happy on an emotional level returns to you. It's like this is saying, okay, well, it's going to return to you. But if you chose like number 1 and number 12, the message would be clear. It would be talking about this is sort of, you know, what makes you happy returns to you, but then it's saying, but you're going to have to do something about it. You're going to have to make the wheels turn. Pick up your wand and magic your joy back into reality. Make it happen. What makes you happy? Do you remember what makes you happy, or have you lived so long thinking, feeling a little bit in the dark, emotionally wise? I'm just checking TikTok here. 8 viewers, hurrah. Is it big? Oh gosh, I've just done something funny with the screen. Let's put that back over. No, it's all gone horribly wrong. That's better. Wow, what did I do there? Oh, go away. Right, just bear with me. I've just ruined everything. Right, TikTok's gonna have to stay over there. You know when you've got to stretch all the windows around and like try to fit them on something and you just totally mess them up and now there's no room for anything else. Yeah, that just happened. But anyway, we'll just leave it over there. Right, where was I? So we stopped reading the chat because we get distracted. What you need to do, pick up your wand, manifest this joy, remember what makes you happy and make more of it. Basically, I'll stop rabbiting on there because I'm just repeating myself. I realized after repeating myself a few times. Number 11. Well, this is different. Who chose number 11? You've got a different energy entirely going on here because there's something didn't work out for you. Something has been lost, like a battle was lost. Something that you hoped to achieve didn't materialize. You lost something, you lost someone, you didn't achieve what you wanted to. It's that feeling of it didn't work out. That's because when we look at the 6 of Wands up that way, that guy's riding home from battle with a nice wreath of flowers on his wand. He's been sort of rewarded for winning. It's basically a card of victory, but when we turn it upside down, it's like that victory didn't really happen. It's like something that you might have had to battle for, you might have had to work for, but you didn't pay off, you didn't win. Yeah. You might have come second because we still got that energy, but it was like you didn't quite get where you wanted to get. Now, what we have here is a solution for you or some advice. You didn't get what you wanted to get, you haven't achieved what you wanted to achieve, it's time to leave. Yeah, we're not going to revisit this. You're not going to keep going round in a cycle, banging your head against a brick wall trying to achieve something which isn't going to happen. What you're going to do is you're going to get in this boat, and this man, he's a very nice guy, he's going to get his gigantic pole out and he's going to push the boat to calmer waters. So basically, the message from these cards is forget this, all right? Just put it down and move away from it. Whatever it is that you've been trying to achieve that you didn't, trying to achieve that you didn't, leave it behind you now, okay? Don't waste any more energy on it. You know, when you just draw a line and leave something, do that with this because you need to move to more calmer times because I feel like you might have been stressing a lot about this, and it's time just to call it a day with it and just move along, move to better times, move to a less stormy sort of place. Thank you for sharing that, KLG. Somewhere better, somewhere where you're going to feel more at home and sort of more relaxed, and there's no need, take this pressure off. This pressure was absolutely didn't get you where you wanted to be anyway, so it's time to just put the pressure down and just be for a while. Like we really struggle to just be these days, don't we? Hello Jenna, how are you doing? We really struggle to just be, just to not be trying to achieve something, not to be chasing success, not to be struggling to do something, like not to start off the day with a gigantic tick list of things to do, which is basically unachievable, but to struggle through them anyway. We even struggle just to be without the stimulus of a screen, a TV, a phone, a radio, a book, something like that. It's like, is it possible just to be, just to sit, to be with yourself, with your shadow, with your light, to get to know yourself a little bit more? Perhaps that's what you're being told here. That pressure might have bubbled over and become too much. Time to go within. Let us move on. Let's go to number 6. Well, that always amazes me because, I just finished that with it's time to go within. What do we have next? The Hermit telling us again it's time to go within, to light the path forward, because it feels like this is the way to restore the balance. Now, let's have a look closely at these cards. So we've got the Hermit. The Hermit tells you to go within. Somebody's getting a message loud and clear. It's like, stop living life in your head. Go into your soul and heart. Stop living life overthinking, overcomplicating, overanalyzing, trying to work out. Have you got one of those brains that works through things like Sudoku and has to like go chomp, 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 chomping away on the problems and issues every single day, trying to resolve everything like some kind of internal spreadsheet that just keeps calculating all the time? Well, stop it. Okay, can you put that down? Can you be like the Hermit? Go within, be isolated, take some time alone, even if you can't escape your family, perhaps just like shut down from them if they're like mosquitoes buzzing around you. Do you have a space of your own? Do you have a garden to sit in? Is there a walk that you go on where you truly feel like you're with yourself and yourself alone? That's what the Hermit likes to do. The Hermit also is about spending time becoming wiser. So it's like meditation, but it's also could be perhaps taking time to study something that you are interested in on a spiritual level. So that would also be the Hermit card. So stop the thinking about every day sort of, those like, I've got to get up, I've got to take the kids here, I've got to do this, I've got to do the washing up, then I've got to do the laundry, then I've got to feed the dog, then I've got to all that, or what's happening in EastEnders or whatever, all that sort of blether that goes on in our heads all the time. The Hermit invites you to to get out of your head, but also to think more deeply, to think on a more philosophical and meaningful level, and to realize that, is that superficial chat in your head really getting you anywhere or worth anything to you? Oh, I've got 11 viewers and 11 likes on YouTube. 11, 11. Look at that. So is it really getting you anywhere? Now, the great thing about the Hermit is that he carries this light, lights the path forward. It's symbolic of after spending time in isolation in the form of the Hermit, you emerge with a new way forward. It's like an illuminated path, like enlightenment. That's the word that I'm looking for. So you emerge with like, right now I know what I'm supposed to do. Now I see the path forward so much more clearly because I have emerged with my lamp of knowledge. So what is that lamp of knowledge going to illuminate for you? Well, this card might have a clue for you. This is Justice and she is reversed. Now, justice can indicate an imbalance, something that isn't going right. It can be a legal thing. It can be looking at, who loses and who wins in a legal matter. But it's also about the balance and karma and payback and how things work out in life as well. It's also about how you judge yourself. Do you think you're getting what you deserve, or do you think that you deserve better or worse? Maybe. I hope you don't think you deserve worse. So it's oh gosh, KLG, thank you so much for those memberships again. You really are superb. Thank you. Go into your hermit state because it feels like it's going to illuminate this way forward, this rebalancing of justice, rebalancing of the scales of karma, rebalancing of any legal or pressing issues. Or what about issues where you just don't know which way to go? You can't weigh up those scales. You can't decide what's good and what's bad. Go within to find that way forward. That's really poignant advice. Now, these two cards are also both major arcana cards, which indicates that this is a really important decision for you to make. If you've been struggling to make a decision, this is like really clear advice that you have to spend time really isolating, mentally sort of switching off from that chat in your head to really think things through, and the illumination will come to you during isolation. Think about 40 days and 40 nights in the desert, but don't actually do that because you'll probably die. So try not to do 40 days, 40 nights in the desert, but it's that kind of retreat from the hustle and bustle in order to become enlightened, and that will help you to find your way to rebalance. Yeah, because we want to see justice this way up, which is like everything's being served out correctly, the balance is there, and you can move forward. If you've got a legal issue, this is a literal card for working out which way to go to restore what happens legally as well. So interesting cards indeed. Let's see if I can have a look at TikTok again without destroying the screen. It still says 8 viewers, but there isn't. I know there isn't. And I don't know why it stopped TikTok from working somehow when I put it on Prism Live. I don't know. Does anybody know? YouTube doesn't know, because I've been like Googling it and trying to watch YouTube videos on why has my TikTok viewership dropped since I started streaming using third-party streaming software, and it doesn't know. But never mind. A relevant question. I should stop the chatter in my head, shouldn't I, and go within. Right. Where should we go next? Oh, I'm on the wrong screen. That's me. Where should we go next? We shall go to number 2. Number 2. Ooh, interesting cards. Right, let's have a look. That was a strange noise. Why did I just go, ooh? It sounded like a Skeksis off the Dark Crystal. Did anybody used to watch the Dark Crystal? What an awesome, that was a film, but then it was made into a series. I think it's the film when they're like, they go, like a really funny noise. My little girl used to watch, my little girl, she's like 21 now, but she used to watch that every night. You know how kids like just want the same video on video, that was like back then, over and over again, or DVD or whatever it was. She used to watch the Dark Crystal film repeatedly. So we know all the words. Right. 4 of Wands, Judgment, reversed. This is, I feel like this is the important card here, and this is a major arcana card. What we're being shown here with Judgment reversed, this is often about coming to a point in life where you're looking at yourself and making some decisions, some important decisions based on where you want to go and who you want to be with, and what you want to do. Now, because this card is reversed, what it suggests is a blockage, like you just papering over the gaps here, cracks. Are you just sort of going along with life, letting the boat of life carry you down the river, and you're really not making any decisions? You're going with the flow, or letting somebody else dictate to you what to do? Are you sort of in a quandary about which way to go? Because the Judgment card is often comes when there's a crossroads in life. It's like this way or this way, and it's make your mind up time. With that being reversed, it's sort of a massive tap on the shoulder saying, hello, it's make your mind up time to choose your way forward, because at the moment feels like you're sitting on the fence, or you're not moving in the right direction. My camera is wonky again. Why? So this card is telling you it's important to make some decisions about your life, I think. Now, the great news is one of the routes that you could choose at this point leads you to a place of real emotional commitment and security to do with home and love. And this card, the 4 of Wands, is often associated with marriage or committed relationships. So it could be that you're at a crossroads with what to do with a relationship, to take it to a sort of more committed stage, or to bin it, or to change it. Could be that you're, deciding if you're going to make a relationship work or not work. I've just said that. Why am I repeating myself today? Or it could be to do with, even to do with work. Remember, these cards are generic. The tarot is so nuanced. I'm giving you the dots. You have to join them. So have a think about what that 4 of Wands stability might mean to you. Is it you're at a crossroads deciding which way to go with work? One of those ways could lead you to a position where you feel more stable, more happy. Look at the people on there. They are basically, they're faffing on with their harvest of grapes. When you see grapes in the tarot, grapes are notoriously difficult to grow. So when you see some dudes who have harvested them, it's like, well done. You've gone through some hard times, but you've managed to harvest these grapes of life. Yeah. Let's make some wine with them. It's like they've done well. Yeah. They're enjoying the spoils of a settled and comfortable life. So these cards could mean, okay, you've got important decisions to make, which could affect your future happiness, security, could lead to a more committed and stable time, but it could just be you feel more stable in yourself and more balanced in your own life, like you feel more happy in your own skin, you come into a better time financially, something like that, but it's about that stability. Fours are about stability. Remember the table with four legs? It's usually very stable, unless you're in a dodgy pub and it's got one leg shorter than the other, in which case you put a beer mat under it. But the important thing with these two cards is that judgment reverse, because that's saying, okay, this isn't just coming to you, all right? It's not, these cards aren't saying, oh, you're going to a better time in life. It's going, all right, you've got choices to make. You've got a judgment to make. Do we do this or do we do that? Make your decision. Make your mind up time, because one way, there's a really good thing coming. Back to the cards. Let's go. Right. If you've just joined us, we've got 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10 left. So still time to think of your question or ask the universe for guidance. I'm going to go with number 9. Number 9, what do you have for us? Ooh, we've got the devil and we've got the 3 of Pentacles. It's a devil day. What do these cards mean? Right, we've got something toxic, that's for sure. We've got a devil on your back. We've got something holding you back. We've got a connection to something negative. We've got an addiction, a repeated pattern of behavior, something which is oppressing you, something which is holding you back, something which is could be a repeating pattern of behavior. Do you keep going down the same route with your behavior, or are you stuck in a negative repeating cycle of behavior? Or are there issues like mental health issues that you need to sort? Or are you doing unhealthy things which you need to sort? Are you attached to a toxic person? Also, the devil can be is a card that sometimes pops up where there's temptation. Are you being tempted by something very physical in a relationship? Is there a third party in your relationship that's tempting? Remember, when we talk about temptation, we're only tempted by it because it feels good, yeah, because it feels like a good idea. We wouldn't be tempted if it didn't like feel so exciting. All right, so think carefully about what or who is the devil that's holding you back, because this is a really powerful card, and it's suggesting that there's something on your back. Now, this is sort of a double whammy. It's confirmed by this 3 of Pentacles card, because this card is about it's got, I'm going to use 2 meanings for it here, because first of all, it's about learning a lesson and leaving this behind. What lesson do you have to learn about how to leave this toxic whatever it is behind you? Get rid of the devil, yeah? What is it that you need to learn? It feels like with this being reversed, it's a blockage. You haven't cut ties. It feels like this is gone. You keep doing this and you're not learning, because the 3 of Pentacles is about receiving recognition. So when you sort of do something right, you go up these steps and through this arch. So we're looking at a portal card here, but it's reversed. So you're not getting down the steps. You keep falling back down them to the same place. This card can also indicate that it involves people around you as well. So if I was going to look at, remember, I can't just sit here and give you literal explanations of the cards, because I would sit here for 100 years just giving you literal explanations for 2 cards. That's probably an exaggeration, but what I'm trying to say is there are like millions of literal, not millions, let's say thousands of interpretations of 2 cards together. I don't know what the maths is with that, but there's got to be a lot. If I was going to give you one literal explanation though, this would be like, okay, the toxic thing could be to do with the people that are around you, because that 3 of Pentacles is often about teams and people. peers around you as well. So it could be that you look for this devil in the people around you. Who are you keeping company with? Have you learned, are you keeping bad company, or are you picking up some, are you getting involved in negativity with somebody, gossip, that sort of thing? Um, or listening to somebody, or being worried what they think about you. I'm picking that up from the Three of Pentacles because it's often about people around you. It's about teamwork. It's about sort of connecting these two cards, reading them contextually. Have a look at the people around you if you're unsure what this devil is. Is there somebody, it could be somebody who's like an energy vampire who wants to spend time with you but literally sucks you dry of joy. Maybe they need to go. All right. It's as simple as saying no. And then let's see, you learn this lesson, go up the steps and progress, level up to the next part of your life experience. Interesting cards. Let me know if they resonate with you. I chose that today. I'm not quite sure how that relates. Could be any number of things actually when I think about the devil with me. So I'm not quite sure how to tie that down. Right. All right, let's go for number 10. We have a Queen of Cups reversed and we have a Seven of Swords. This is dishonesty personified. So what might these cards mean for you? If you chose number 10, it is Trixie. The Queen of, I always want to call her the Queen of Hearts. The Queen of Cups reversed can indicate infidelity, dishonesty, somebody who's not wearing their heart on their sleeve. Because our lovely Queenie, she's like, she wears a heart on her sleeve when she's up this way, and she's emotionally grounded, and she shares her love, and she's nurturing, and she looks after people, and she's genuinely quite nice. When she's upside down, it's like that dishonest side of her, that trickster, that person who will deceive in order to achieve. It feels like, or perhaps the other potential explanation is somebody who is emotionally repressed, somebody who's not being honest about their emotions. So we'll bring this card in first. This card, this Seven of Swords, is also associated with dishonesty. He's a thief, stealing the swords and nicking off with them. So there's another explanation of this card as well. It's about scheming and planning. But because we've got the two together, remember we read contextually. This is dishonesty and this is dishonesty. So this is going dishonesty. But it doesn't mean that, you're being cheated on. We've got to look at it in a more nuanced way. It could mean that you aren't being honest with yourself about how you feel about something. You aren't being honest with yourself about how somebody feels about you. You could be being cheated about something. Somebody could be telling you lies. Somebody could be stealing from you. But there's this definite feel of dishonesty. So if you were in a situation today where you had to ask somebody for the truth, I'd be very doubtful about their answer. Do you know, sometimes I just worry about saying things like that because of the consequences it could have. But I'm telling you what the cards say. And I always, before I come on air, I always ask the universe for guidance. And I've always known that when you're reading cards, you literally can't just sort of paper over the cracks and try to make everything positive, because you've got to stay honest to them. You've got to say what you see. Otherwise, the cards start going, well, if you're not going to say what we are, we're just going to give you nonsense. So for my own integrity and for your benefit, I'm telling you as I see it. So this is dishonesty around you. So look for where that is. Is it you? Is it somebody else? Try and identify it. So forewarned is forearmed, we always say. So that was number 10. Where do we go now? Where do we go now? Let's go to number 3. Number 3. Oh, we've got Kaz's card. We've got the Cabbage Man. The Seven of Pentacles has made his Friday appearance. He does seem to come out on a Friday, doesn't he? And we've also got the King of Pentacles, but it's the Seven of Pentacles that we love so much. And I always think when the Seven of Pentacles comes out, doesn't matter if he's upside down or the right way up, we are going to have a good day. It's going to be a good day. Right, if you're watching this as a recording, it's a sort of tradition that the Seven of Pentacles comes out on a Friday when I'm recording it. Right, what do these cards mean if we're looking at an interpretation? Right, okay. We've got something that you've been putting work into that hasn't paid off, all right? This is talking about, this card is called the Patient Nurturer, not actually called the Cabbage Man. And KLG has got the cabbage emojis. If you are a member of the channel, you have access to exclusive cabbage emojis. If you're not a member, do consider joining, because you can use them and others. I'm also, while I'm on the topic, as a member, I'm also just about finished writing a book about Pythastro Tarot, which shows you how to calculate all your numbers. And you'll be able to get an e-copy free because I'm going to sort out vouchers for Kindle if you're a member. So if you're not a member, consider joining. I think KLG's basically gifted memberships to everybody, just about. Thank you so much. And lots of cabbages in the chat there. Love it. Right, so it feels like you have put energy into something and it's not paid off. The patient nurturer has waited around too long for somebody or something to change, okay? What the patient nurturer needs to do is become the King of Pentacles. We need you to put your crown back on and stop waiting for something to change. Stop waiting for it to grow. You planted the seeds, but it didn't rain on them, and they might have sprouted, but they didn't do very well. The harvest is a bit stilted, okay? It's better to leave this harvest and walk away from it. So even if you've put a lot of work into something, it could be that you need to sort of put on your big pants of no specific gender and decide to think, okay, enough is enough. This has taken enough of my energy. It's time to reign supreme, be the king, walk away, and be more sort of decisive. I think that King of Pentacles is really decisive and also knows what he wants and knows how to get it, because this card is like, okay, well, I'll just wait around a bit longer, things might change. Then the king comes along and he's like, don't be so ridiculous, it's time, you put enough energy into that, let's just walk away from it, let's just do something new. King of Pentacles is saying, put your crown back on, put your big pants of no specific gender back on, and be harsh with somebody if you need to, because you're not getting what you want from it and it's not going to happen. You need to think of you more now, and take some leadership on as well, you know, just assume the mantle of the King of Pentacles, take charge and move along from that Seven of Pentacles reversed energy. Good cards for motivation, I think. Motivate yourself and move forward. A lot of the cards are saying that today, aren't they? Right, let's go for number 4. Number 4. Ooh, right. We've got the Nine of Cups and we've got the King of Swords reversed. These are cards that offer a certain paradox. Right. First of all, let's deal with the Nine of Cups first. Yes, let's. So this is a card about finding what you want in life. This is a card that tells you that you're going to get what you want, right? It's like you landing on a time of prosperity, happiness. Look how happy this fat man feels, and he's sitting with all this like lovely cups of wine above him and his leg hanging out and everything, and he's just all plump and well fed, and you know, he's got lots of wine to drink and he doesn't mind sitting with his leg out, and he's just pretty jolly and happy. And that's because he got his wish. He made himself feel good. He got to where he wanted to be. Yeah. So this is a card, we sometimes call it the wish card. When it's up this way, it's your wish is granted. Even if your wish is to sit plumply eating and drinking wine, okay? Like, what is that god called? Bacchus, isn't it? The god of wine. So I always think of him when I see this card, and he's like jolly and he's happy where he is, yeah? So it's a card where you're going to get where you want to be. Sam 3, yes, he's drunk. He's quite drunk. I'm sure he's drunk. And he's pretty much enjoying himself, just sat there, whiling away the day, feeling all jolly, all right? So you're going to get what you want, but you're going to have to do something about it. This is a similar message to some of those other cards. This King of Swords is upside down, is a disruptive energy that you need to break away from, all right? So it could be a male or a masculine the masculine aspect of a different gendered person. So it's something which is somebody might be trying to control you or manipulate you. It's swords, so it could be miscommunication, verbal manipulation, somebody who can be verbally cutting, somebody who puts you down, somebody who makes you feel not as worthy as you should feel, or somebody who is controlling, somebody who thinks they know best, somebody who's constantly sort of asking you to do things, putting you in a position. That would be this as a person. If this is a situation, sorry to be vague, but this has to be vague because I'm just doing 2 card readings here on a generic level. If this is a situation, it could be a disruptive situation, like a miscommunication, something where you feel like your head is being banged against a brick wall and it keeps going wrong, all right? The problem with this is that it's preventing you from getting to where you want to go. It's preventing you from being this plump drunk man. It's preventing you from feeling as happy as the plump drunk man. Yeah. So it needs to go. This is somebody likely, or perhaps something that needs ruled out and left behind and sorted out and annihilated. Okay, they need not to influence you anymore because it feels like this is standing in the way of your dreams. Yeah, so we need this to go. How do you get rid of that situation? Well, the first thing that you do is identify it, and then you can make a plan as to how you work out things so you can achieve your wish, because your wish is there. This is a card that manifests quite easily. When it comes up, it's like, okay, your dream is within your reach. You need to eliminate this negative personal situation first. I feel like you could almost still get here, but this might slow you down. Yeah, get rid of him to get here. Where do we go now? Where do we go now? Let us have a look at number 5. Number 5. Ooh, haven't seen her for a while. The 9 of Pentacles and then the 10 of Cups reversed. Well, let's have a look at these cards. Right. I feel that you need to be independent. You need to be starting to make your own decisions. It feels like whoever you've been relying on close to you to help you, you need to move away from that sort of reliance. This is the card, the 9 of Pentacles talks about somebody who knows their shit. Yeah, this person doesn't ask for advice from somebody. They have their own money, their own house, their own garden, their own pretty little bird sitting on their hand. This is somebody who takes charge of their own life and they're content as well, but they don't rely on anybody. They're independent. This is independent woman. Yeah, 9 of Pentacles. And she's also really happy. This can also be domestic bliss in your garden and house, and just knowing that you are in a place that is sort of you and yours and your space, and you're happy in your skin. Now, this card is a bit of a juxtaposition to this card, because this card is about sort of the unsettling of domestic bliss. Now, when we read these two contextually, like one potential literal reading of these cards would be a divorce, because it's the unsettling of the 10 of Cups, which is often marriage and domestic bliss, and then becoming independent. Yeah, but that's a really literal explanation. And obviously, if you've never been married or you're happily married, then it doesn't mean to say that you're going to get divorced. These two cards could also, the nuances of them could apply to many situations. Think about it. This could be sort of things changing at home, somebody that you've relied on for advice, not necessarily a husband or wife, just somebody that you felt close to, and all of a sudden you need to make your own decisions and not to rely on them. Or it could be that there's a situation going to happen that's going to unsettle the apple cart a little bit at home. And this card could be saying, right, you're the one who's going to have the answers here. So it's up to you to sort it out. Yeah. So I'm very much giving you the dots and asking you to join them here. But the overall message is that it's a bit of an unsettling time, home, domestic, that sort of thing. But the answer lies in you being independent. And these cards would also say, like, if you're struggling to choose a way to go and you're being told by people, no, you should do it like this, you don't want to do it like that, do it like this, no, I know the best way, and you've got other ideas, trust yourself at this point, because this card would be like, you're right, they're wrong. Yeah. So stand your ground about something, particularly in matters of the home and heart. Okay. Oh, we're going quite quickly this morning. Let's go to number, whatever number this is. What is number 8? Number 8. Right. Interesting. We've got the moon reverse. We've got the 10 of Pentacles. So what do these cards mean? These cards are about money and things that are hidden. So again, literal explanation could be somebody's hiding money from you. Or it could be a lot more nuanced than that, of course. It could be a lot more complicated than that. The 10 of Pentacles is often associated with generational wealth or money that comes through the family. The moon reversed is often about things that are hidden, which you're being deceived about, and things that need to come to light. So you might see these cards if there was about to be a reading of a will and sort of somebody had stolen the will and changed it so they got all the money, so that would be generational wealth, dishonesty, it being hidden. That's like a really literal explanation, and I doubt there's anybody watching that's in that precise situation, if you see what I mean. So it's about looking at how these cards might relate to your situation. So there's something hidden, and it's something to do with this. It could be generational wealth, but it's also to do with security and achieving financial stability and happiness. And sort of, it's a number 10. So it's right at the end of those pentacles. And it's like they grow in power as they travel along. So a 10 is like rounded, it's completion, it's like a payout. It's like feeling I've finally come to a place where I am financially secure. Yeah. If you look at the picture on there, there's actually a whole family sitting, being showered with money. So there's like mum, dad, dog, granddad. But it relates to however your family looks. You know, your family could just be you and your cats. But you're being showered by money. And it's like that feeling of, okay, things have worked out financially or materially, you know. Could be that you've got a new house. Could be that you finally find yourself in the right place with the right car at the right time. It's material possessions. Excuse me. So, material possessions, good. Moon reversed, major arcana, big problem that needs sorted. This is about not seeing things as they are. It's about things being hidden. It's about deception. Think about the moon. It has multiple faces. There's only one face ever shows to the earth, and the other side is the dark side of the moon. And it feels like there's something that you're not being shown that's preventing you from achieving this position of monetary sort of goodness. So you need to identify. This is similar again to a couple of the other cards pairs that we've read today. Something is being hidden from you. Something needs uncovered. There's a falsehood or a false representation. There's something which needs sorted out, that's standing between you and the material wealth that you deserve or seek or are looking forward to. There's some kind of problem that's coming between you and it, which needs sorted. And I keep looking over here because I'm thinking so many of these cards have had a similar message this morning. And when that happens, I always think there's somebody watching, or somebody will watch this in the future, that absolutely desperately needs to hear this message. So it's about uncovering truths. Let's pull a clarifier. It's about uncovering truths. And it's also, I'll pull two clarifiers. We've got the King of Cups reversed and the Knight of Pentacles reversed as well. So I feel like it could almost be like somebody's deceiving you, because we have two court cards here, and it could be that it's somebody close to you, with it being cups. I hate to say things like that, but that's what I'm seeing here. I feel like in order to make things move forward, the truth needs to be uncovered. But look closely for the King of Cups around you, who could be involved in that deception or keeping something from you, not necessarily lying to you, but they could have knowledge that could help you, or they could be keeping something from you. Remember, Cups can be an air sign, Aquarius or Libra or Gemini, or it could be somebody who acts like that, somebody who's good at communicating, somebody who's good with words. Hello, Jeff, how are you? Somebody who sort of has that mercurial mindset. Are they keeping something from you that's preventing things from moving along? That's your Knight of Pentacles energy. We've got to uncover this dishonesty in order to achieve this end point. They were weird cards, weren't they? Weird cards. Let me know if they resonate for you. And even better, let me know if that sort of rings true and you do something about it and it means that you're showered with cash. That would be great. Right. Number 7. Number 7. Oh, good. We're going to end on something quite positive here. This makes me happy. Because we're reading the last cards here, if you're waiting to ask a question, then I would suggest that you type it in now. If you're watching on TikTok, this might be the ideal time to come across to YouTube. The channel is at Sky Spirit Creations. Subscribe to the channel. If you're watching and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It takes you but a second. It costs you nothing and it means the world to me. Subscribe and then ask your question because I can see them more easily in the chat. Let's just have a quick look at TikTok and see if I can see. I can't see anything on there. I can just see ALG liking the stream. It says I've got 16 viewers on there, but I know that's probably wrong. Right. So what do these cards mean? Let us have a dig around and see. This is talking about, like, these, first of all, these are 2 major arcana cards. So this is transformational for somebody. What are we? Number 7. Who chose number 7? Anybody? What these cards mean are using your inner strength, all right? This strength isn't about the brute force of the chariot. The chariot's like sort of driving through everything, like forcing your way forward. This strength card is about softly catches monkey. Look at this woman. She gently strokes the jaws of the lion and the lion goes, ah, and opens his mouth. Imagine if you're trying to give a cat a worming pill and you sort of, trying to force it down. But I imagine if you could do this with your cat, you just gently stroke the jaws of the cat and they open their mouth and you just pop the pill in. That would be this sort of energy. It's that like being gentle but achieving what you want. All right, so a lovely card if you're tackling adversity or you're going through a hard time, because it's saying just be gentle, just sit back because things are happening, because you're not trying to force it. Yeah. Now, teaming that with this card, this is our Hierophant and he's upside down. Hierophant is sort to do with tradition and the well-trodden way of doing things, patriarchal societies, things done because they are done like that, tradition, routine, structure. But when we turn him on his head, which is how I like to see him, it's about alternative things. It's about doing things differently. It's about stepping away from the beaten path. It's about doing something unusual, unexpected. Do something that excites you. Do something that nobody expects. So what do we have with these 2 cards read in context? We've got be gentle. You've got inner strength, all right? Considering your alternative options, considering going down a non-traditional path to achieve what you want, yeah? With your inner strength, quietly. There's no need to sort of make a big song and dance about it and sort of force your way down that path. It's like choosing to do something because you want to do it, having that inner strength to go, I'm going to go this way. Sod you all, I'm going the way that I want. I don't care if it's not what you expected or if it's not traditionally how it's done, because I'm going to do it anyway. Yeah, that is how these 2 cards would speak to you. It's like, you're going down this alternative route. You're going to do it differently. You're doing it anyway, but you're firmly doing it. Yeah, you're not going to be talked out of it. You're not going to be told that, no, you can't do it like that because that's not how we do it around here. That's not what the organization and structure requires you to do. It's like, I'm going to go down this route now. Goodbye. Yeah. So how do those cards relate to you? Do they relate to you? Let me know. Do they not relate to you? Don't let me know. No, do let me know anyway. Right, that is all our pick a card style reading cards, 12 sets of 2 cards read. And I'm going to spend some time answering some live questions if we have any this morning. But if we don't, then we shall just get on with the rest of the day. Let's have a look. This is where I have to go up the chat and see if I can find anything. I can't even see the scroll bar today, so we are, oh, no, I've ruined it again. Where has it gone? We might not have to answer any questions because now we can't see them at all. Where have I put the chat? Oh, oh dear. I have taken the chat off my screen and so I can't see any of your questions now. Hurrah. Let's have a look on TikTok instead. Oh, press the wrong button. Well, this is going swimmingly well. Never mind. All right, so it says I've got 16 viewers on TikTok, although we know that's probably incorrect. Let's see if we can put the chat back on the screen on YouTube. Well, I can see it on the actual screen like you can. I just can't, like, normally have a chat window where I can see it. So I can see it on the screen. So I'm just going to have to answer the ones that I can see. I can't scroll up. So the one question there. Thank you, KLG, for saying no questions so far. So I'll answer the ones I can see now. Jen, is there a thing coming up for me, please? Is there anything? It's because it's going around on my screen. Is there anything coming up for me, please? Let's ask the cards, Jen. See what we have for you. Right. Okay, so what we've got here is you achieving something that you wanted at work. Because it feels like you weren't happy with work or something to do with work. And we've got that 9 of Cups. We've got that drunken Bacchus here. Remember, he's where he wants to be. He's achieved his wish. And it's something to do with achieving what you want at work. Now, this card is often associated with unemployment. So if I was reading these for somebody on a one-to-one and a one-to-one reading, they were asking me about a new job, it would be like, wow, you've got like the new job that you want round the corner. But if you're just unhappy in a current work position or university or school or something to do with that, these cards would be about, wow, you're literally going to get to what you want work-wise and job-wise. Now, this is also, I pulled this card as well, the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles, remember, we've already had this card today, and it's about recognition and a team around you. It's about, basically, if you look at that design, Jen, though this is an apprentice. He's a stonemason. The tarot loves stonemasons. He's chipping away and making pentacles, and these two elders are going, oh, he's done quite a good job of those pentacles. Why don't we promote him? And that's why he's up the steps. He's done really well. So he's being given the recognition that he deserves. Yeah, he's being put forward. Now, when we team that with these two cards, it's like if you've been feeling unrecognized or unappreciated, then it feels like, especially at work, then it feels like you're going to get to where you want to be. There's going to be some kind of recognition or promotion. That's a very literal example, I know, which would put you on a different path and put you to where you want to be. You will end up being the fat drunk Bacchus sitting there thinking that he is in a world of pleasure, because you're recognized for something. You're given the recognition you deserve, potentially at work, I would say, with that card there. Oh, okay. No, we don't want to see the screenshots of Sky when she freezes, KLG, thank you. Right, okay, I think we have done with I was going to say questions, but there has literally been a question. So I think we're done for the day, and it's half an hour early, so I get an early finish today. Thank you all for being here. Let's just check on TikTok to see if there's anything happening. I don't think there is. So I think we'll just have an early finish today and let you all get on with your days. Oh, Ivor Jen, thank you for the feedback. Thank you very much. I hope that resonates with you and I hope it helps. Thank you all for being here. It's been wonderful to be here with you. If you're watching the recording, do join me live if you can. Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, 10:30 a.m. UK time. And also subscribe to the channel and put your notifications on, because sometimes I do like an ad hoc live or do little videos and things like that. In fact, I'm going to start releasing videos on more to do with how to calculate your different Pythastral numbers, and to do with more like how to understand the tarot. So if you're interested in that, subscribe if you want to know how to read the tarot. Thank you for being fabulous. Yes, thank you mods for being awesome. Thank you KLG for the gift memberships. You are a superstar, and I hope your shoulder improves all day. Thank you for being here, everybody.